Hello there everyone and welcome back. We did only have one for that time last episode, and god damn it, I needed to stop there because that was terrifying going up against a series of Nova Cannon spam. And incredibly draining because after all, this is like my first attempt to run into him as Tau. I don't think I even, from the little tiny bit I'd done a 2v2 with separate fleets there, I don't think I even encountered Nova Cannon spam in a while, so that was a new experience to say the least. Let's just hope we don't run into him again, shall we? Because I would like to actually feel confident in myself. Although, now that I have a rough idea what to expect for 1v1, I guess, I think I can manage it a lot better there. Especially if my protectors are able to get the juicy rear shot there. Because apparently, two Marses, or at least one Mars and two Dominators, wanted to go after two Sauces because they were the more tempting target, I guess, leaving my protectors to bombard them with Seeker missiles and Manta bombers. So that was a juicy combo. If only I had executed a little bit better, because it did get sloppy from time to time. Nonetheless, we are swimming over at 3,000 renown, and I have absolutely no idea what kind of upgrades I want on these frigates. Although to be fair, I guess I could come up with a couple ideas, either in terms of its durability or just firepower. Enhance the lock-on effect, make it last longer, and combo it with the acquisition system. I might do that there, because right now those things only got like 6,000 unit range. So let's try that. I have renown to burn. Not exactly sure what to do with the Warden, never mind the fact that I'm not going to be fielding him anymore for a good while. So I don't have to upgrade them. In transports, do I just go straight for durability? Because I have access to extra shield points. What is it? Brace for impact. Extend more additional turrets there for like shooting down fighters, which is probably the scariest thing this thing could run into, aside from actually getting rammed. But since this thing has high energy turns, that's not really a threat, so let's see. Do I want to go with the recharge as well? That seems a little bit overkill, just a tiny bit. But it'll help with its durability some, because I sure as hell don't need anything with the weaponry. With the possible exception of the Markolites, but what is it? This only has 3 turrets. Okay, and with that said, I'm going to have to employ that second upgrade later. Either way, I don't think... Well, really, the extended shield strength is probably the best thing could even put on there, because it, for the same reason as the recharge, it does boost, at least in HP, health a second there recharge. It works the exact same as the actual recharge upgrade itself. It still takes the same time to actually recharge back the shields back up when they're down. So 660 points assassination, I'm the attacker, which sounds really good for me. I can abuse this a little bit with my stronghold. Again, the problem, if he has a Widowmaker or a massive amount of torpedoes, which isn't as significant an issue here, because if I can kill the Admiral ship, he's not going to have time to counterattack. So the real risk is a Widowmaker kind of ruining that plan. And I'm limiting my options here, and I would love to field this Protector, but that's going to be... It does have the Seeker missiles. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me. A really damn good opportunity to get this thing its level 2 in. Because even if he warps away and I lose, I still get the experience for all the ships that survive. Now, big question, do I throw in anything else? Well, I did just upgrade the Nisakars. It's a bit of an awkward setup, but I'm going to have to get used to that, I guess, as we get to the bigger point value. Because I'm pretty damn comfortable with everything being air cache. The only exception, of course, being like this level 1 Protector could be a potential liability in other scenarios. Oh boy. Never mind a Widowmaker, we're fighting an entire Emperor that's favored. So I can Seeker Missile it, and the good news is it has 50 armor all around. It does not have 75 armor. So I could do something sort of cheap here. Spread out my fleet and just spam them with Seeker missiles, because they would reliably go after it. I don't think that's a winning strategy, mind you. if I were to be perfectly honest, but it's definitely a good way to start. Let's see, let me just make sure my protectors, my scouts are in good positions, but he's going to detect me really early on though. So I'm going to be pretty restricted in my push. I'm going to have to look for like a window essentially. This is going to be the hard part. Because I'm not used to things that, well, really, the Imperial Navy that have like insane detection radius type ships. So, I'm doing a lot of cloak and dagger for just my playstyle in general. I'm so used to like silent running whenever I get detected. Here, I'm just always going to get spotted, and that is going to be something to get used to.
How may I serve the tower?
So, okay.
To spread the greater good. Core L ready.
Come on, fire missiles.
The tower shall prosper.
Let's get this all set up. I only have 3 seeker missiles, and you are not going that minefield. I will not allow it. Does he seriously have nothing else fielded? I think he's so arrogant that he doesn't have to feel anything. I'm gonna have to teach him a lesson there. So, we're gonna do something rare here. We're gonna auto-cast all these missiles. I don't know. I gotta be very mindful of my positioning, but I'm going to do that. Make sure that these missiles are firing as often as possible, because he is clearly given up on that needing a support fleet.
At your orders, Koro.
Come to think of it, I should just overwhelm him. Because he does have a micro warp jump, so I also need to be prepared for that. And how close do we need to be for bombers? Well, really, it doesn't. Okay, he does have extra ships there hiding. So, that's fine. My bombers are not going to be too effective, but at least I have weaponry here. And again, I'm willing to accept a horrible loss with no real effort. I'm willing to accept that. So long as this thing survives is all that matters to me, really. Survives to get its level in. That'll be pretty significant for me. And it did dodge the stasis bomb, so that's good. So what else? He's clearly only got 2 ships. So no, he's got a bunch. So once it lets me drop the beacon down, I would like to... this is where the downside of the autocast comes in. And, okay. I was wondering why you weren't boosting. That's because it lets you burn completely your boosters, so that may have been a mistake. Let's see, bombers aren't doing anything, unfortunately, so... And he's not launching any fighters just yet. Repairs underway.
As the ethereals wish.
So he does have bombers going. It saved my bomb. Come on. Why? Come on. You should have turned a little bit better than that. I'm a little bit disappointed in you, Protector. Just a little bit. And you are getting demolished insanely fast, too. Am I suffering from latency or something? Yeah, it's 137, so my latency is spiking. Ah, my god. I was worried about this. I was having issues earlier with multiplayer. With some latency spikes. It seems it may be spreading through here, and I'm not sure why. Is it on my end or something else? And go figure. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Because, yeah, I have my latency is at 120, and I think it's on my end. If I'm going to make an assumption. This is kind of what I was worried about when I decided to do this recording there. And it's, so it's not, may not be entirely my fault, because I played a little bit of Orcs on 2v2. They would refuse to burn retros when I want to, and there was some weird like boosting shenanigans going on, so I don't know what to honestly make of it there. And then the fact I wasn't really paying attention kind of hurt me a lot too, didn't it? Because I let my Sase or Dalef ram in our ship for some reason, so not my proudest moment. I got what I needed. I was kind of half hoping he would just warp out while I position myself to deal with his micro warp jump, which I know he has massive radius to. I got my level in. That's going to make the protector so much more valuable. That's the hope anyway. So, yeah, because with the Fire Caste, it doesn't really do anything for me unless I'm in point blank range. But with the upgrade I have in mind, the Void, what is it, the Void Battle Suit, I think it is, that'll allow me to trigger at least the boarding action effect, which I'll give me a moment. Once we're back at our bay headquarters there, I'll talk about what I had in mind. Dang it. It's lost in warp, so I'm not even going to be able to experiment with that a little bit more. But what the Fire Caste actually does there was a little bit wrong when I talked about it before. When I mentioned like my early episodes, they do give a boost to troop value, and I said they gave you additional boarding actions, but apparently that's completely wrong. When they succeed in doing damage with a boarding action, it permanently increases the troop value for the rest of the battle by 3, gradually making it even more resilient. But the real thing is, with the Fire Warrior Breaching Team, guaranteed fire effect for any boarding actions, which also includes this one little upgrade I have neglected. The Vanguard Void Battlesuit. When my bombers reach a target, they're also going to get a boarding action, so there's where the synergies are going to lie, folks. This thing is no longer a liability, it is potentially my workhorse. It's going to be my damage dealer, essentially. So long as I can time it in a way that they don't have repairs available to counteract the guaranteed fire effect I'll have. And we finally got a level 5 on this thing, finally. Maybe I can start ridding myself of this insubordination issue I've been suffering from. Because it seems like it has not been going in my favor the past few matches. But there. I'm done with my one little giveaway, throwaway match. Now let's hopefully try for a real one, maybe? I would like to put some real effort in this time, even though that was still a horrible performance by me there, neglecting 2 of my ships. What can I say? And even then, just setting the autocaster was probably not the smartest idea anyway, at least for my protectors, because I could have timed that with my bombers once I was in close to maximize the damage potential, so at the very least it would have helped a ton, because I completely did not consider the fact that the Emperor was going to be constantly using like fighters instead of trying to bomb me there, at least at range. So a little bit of a learning experience there, even if it was mostly a throwaway match. I take no shame in that, because I got what I really wanted. It's just going to be another battle first before I even get an opportunity to field it. So, Cruiser Clash. Are we looking at 250? What's going on here? Oh, the poor dumb one. He has to face off against me there, I guess. Which I'm pretty much going to proclaim I'm kind of king for abusing people not using their mechanics properly. If it is at 250 like I'm thinking. I'm just waiting until I get the opportunity to select my fleet. Okay, so 250, I could do some really ridiculous things if I wanted, but I'm not that kind of person. So my problem is, I don't have my Fire Warrior Protector to actually utilize. So, that is out of the question right now. And this is Space Marine, so it's effective against my bombers due to its mobility. It has boarding torpedoes, it has really high armor. So bombers are the most effective if they can reach the ship. That's the problem. And this is going to be different. I'm going to be having so many Nistakars. And messengers are pretty important for dealing with his strike crafts, I want to believe. I'm going to make the assumption that it will have an effect. I just don't know how drastic it is in comparison to the torpedoes, which you are mainly missing torpedoes. Like, yeah, it only has a 10% hit chance with torpedoes. I don't think there's anything... Well, it could be related to troop skill now that I'm thinking of it. Anyways, I'm talking enough. I talk too much. Let's get this going. So where is he going to field? The smart thing, if he was not named the dumb one, well, his actual name is not dumb one, so maybe I'll give him more credit than that. So he will probably field himself over closer to that nebula cloud, or a series of nebula clouds for our engagement. So I lack beacons, unfortunately, which is going to be another little inconvenience. A mild one, but I have Nisakars to provide like a little more raw firepower in comparison to when I fought against Chaos the last time I did a 250 match. So let's redeploy these things. I'm just making sure they're grouped up so I can make it easier to manage. And let's get started, shall we?
Mundka, the killing blow brings the enemy's end.
So he did not field over there, so it actually works in my favor. He still has a nebula cloud there, but it's not like I'll have to be left guessing. I just need one ship within reach is all I have to do. So it benefits me, quite frankly. So gotta keep an eye on my messengers. I don't want them to get easily sniped, because again, they're going to be effective for shooting down strike crafts, potential torpedoes. Let's see. So this looks like pretty generic fleet, potentially. 2 light cruisers and a frigate. That's what it potentially looks like. And sadly, this thing has very little practical use there in terms of skills. Because I kind of want them to be closer and increase the likeliness that my bombers will actually reach them. And I got the boost to my lock-on. The only problem is I lack a reliable way to detect them at range. So I think these things are going to do wide flanks. If they can potentially bait him to go after my Dow instead, that would be good for me. Because I can actually spawn more than, yeah, additional ones when we get to that point. So that works out well for me. So these things dying are not an issue. I just gotta watch for a torpedo run. A potential torpedo run can happen here. Okay, messenger, you can keep going again. Now let's detect this stuff. It looks like he's just going and dive bombing me, so get ready, spot. Yeah, this guy's like behaving like a bot. Because as soon as he got spot, he boosted. Come. Alright, just a moment there. I'm trying to get my bearings. So engines most important. We'll prioritize this thing. This will be number 3. Prioritize engines. And brace for impact, because why the hell not? And keep damaging this thing. And also, I forgot to like change his firing angle, so I may be whiffing my Nisakar a little bit. And damn, they destroyed my prow early on. So goes to show I'm not going to be utilizing them, my front, anytime soon with the weaponry. And he's just straight up shooting down my fighters. So let's kill this one here that's already crippled. I want this to be my focus. Okay, he's now controlling himself a little bit, which is odd considering how he was before with the... I guess he was watching it for it, maybe. Only thing I could think of about why he did that with the instant boost in. Although I did lose my messengers, that does not seem to be an issue right now. I'm not seeing many bombers. But speaking of which, my bombers did crap. Ooh, that was a lovely hit there. So I'm slowly starting to chip these things down with my Dow. And why are you shooting at that one? I thought I prioritized this one right in front of you, damn it. Even the AI is deciding to bug out on me. So get behind this, get another bomber ready. Its engines are also gone, so murder this thing. I want to make sure I can... Well, they're too close together, so... The bombers probably are not going to work to my liking. Well, now's a good opportunity, I guess. And he did board me, so... Come on, do your thing, Mantas. Beautiful, one down. Dow are doing their stuff, especially since they're getting their full firepower potential in. Ooh, did your engines just die? Nope, generators died, which I guess I'll take. Okay, you're already being bored, and let's get some evasive maneuvers. Oh well, never mind the evasive maneuvers. I'm just gonna get myself in a lot of trouble here in a moment. Oops, I accidentally braced for impact. Not a problem though, because the Nisakar, at least this one Nisakar is not using. It's still got its lock-on available. So not bad, not all that bad, we're still good. I just kind of wish I had the lock-on available. Go in for the kill. Come on, you want this ship. Come on. If you're not gonna come, okay, messenger, do your thing. I trust in your reroll. Perfect. Every single one just got murdered. Victory. Bittersweet, because it is like a low-level fleet. Can't brag too much about that, but hey, not a single loss. Mainly due to him fixating on my cruiser. And since he destroyed the prow so much, I couldn't really tank him, to put it in a better phrase, by turning my front to him, so I had to try and just avoid his ramming attempts, if nothing else. And keep enough of a distance that he didn't get like that free bit of few seconds where my Manta bombers were trying to launch, but still vulnerable to point defense fire, so that was executed pretty well there. And the Nisakar had some really good burst potential there at one point, it looked like. Delivering a nice chunk of damage, but again, 75 armor all around is still going to be slow work, even if they have 400 health. Almost kind of wish I had my Warners to a vague extent just because they have 2 ion cans on them. Even if they do like almost no damage, at least it'd be consistently chipping them down there. Which is one of the nice things about having those ion cans. Even if the Warden itself may not be all that potent itself. At least I would think. It's still a nimble little craft, it just has no extra speed in comparison to everything else, that's the thing. Even this Castellan has the same speed as it, for crying out loud, so it doesn't really have like its own separate role there. Let's try for one more though, preferably without the 250 points. Now there's the real question. Do I just go with the faster recharge on this thing, or... Well, I'm not going to get to apply now. These match queues are coming really fast now, and I'm worried it's the same guy. I wouldn't want to make his day twice in a row now, would I? Let's see. Assassination, 600 points. So, real question. Am I getting a point boost? Nope. But it is a mirror match. I'm really hoping that he does not feel the Castellan or Custodian, because I would like to be surprised, but it's an inevitability at this point, considering how close I am to getting the battleship, so... In best case scenario, I would rather have liked to be able to see the Custodian at level 8, rather than fight off against it, but... Not much I could do about that. This Assassination I'm defending, so I could do some really cheap maneuvers here, if I so wish. Now, we're going to have this Protector come back in again, because potentially it's free experience for it, if I can not make it a really tempting target. And we're going to have these Sauces, well, let's see, Sauces try and kind of deter them, because one of them has the sensor beacon, so, and a messenger for good measure. Let's see how this goes. Because the more I can get this the Fire Warrior Protector leveled up, the better. Not quite sure what kind of fleet comp I want around it there, because I feel like I shouldn't have my Dalef with the Water Cache favor on it, or at least paired with it, because that's a lot of points for easily over half my fleet points there, just in my slower type fleets. Without, I could pair it with my Stronghold nicely. Why didn't I not even consider my Stronghold? That's kind of funny. I figured I would have considered it. So, what's my option here? I want to keep myself flexible, as weird as it sounds, and especially I got perfect cover here for seeker torpedoes or seeker missiles. With messages nearby, but I will have to get prepared for the opportunity. I will have to really consider moving really quick. That's very likely. Let's see, this is the one with the recon beacon. I would like that to spot, and this one will kind of intercept, because I'm going to go downwards, so at least this one will spot, this one can intercept or at least blockade them a little bit, or block. So,
Mundka, the killing blow brings the enemy's
Fire Caste, ready for orders.
let's see.
The ethereals guide us.
I'm in a good spot here, but his angle actually would work
At your
against
orders,
me here. Just a little bit.
It will be so.
Also, let me get these fighters going. That would be helpful as well.
We serve the Kovatra.
Lots of seeker missiles. Okay, he's got good number of seeker missiles. There is wreckage in a way, so that's also an air bonus, so. And apparently those, what on earth are those going after? Oh, that's not, oh, that's a stronghold. That's what that is. Okay, that explains it.
At your orders, Koro.
So,
Drones have identified an enemy
let's see, what do I
target.
need to do? And that doesn't even detect, oh, it's going to detect my protector, isn't it? Nope, it did not detect the protector, but it did detect the messenger. So I'm in a good position here, at least for the time being.
Shift to optimal combat
But I should be
speed.
trying to run, shouldn't I? That's a bit of an...
Drive engaged.
That is poor consideration on my part
At your
there.
orders, Koro.
Let's see. Missiles are going. My messenger's not close enough, unfortunately, but
Core
we
and
got 2
ready.
waves of bombers going in.
Alva shall prosper.
If my Fire Caste one can get the hits, then that'll be great. Especially with him boosting in, that would be perfect. Just bomb away. Actually,
Engrams
kill the
online.
engines. I want to kill these things' engines.
Disengaging pure tide commanders.
And kill these messengers.
Ethereals wish.
That's actually a priority. Kill these dang messengers.
Disengaging
Sounds
pure tide
weird, but I know that their ability to
How may I serve
stop
the
my
Kovatra?
fighters is quite useful.
The ethereals guide
I'm not here to farm renown, because hell, I got so much renown
Caste, ready for
that I let my messenger go.
Shift to optimal combat speed.
What can I say?
Restore
Oh,
the Earth
it
Caste
helps if I
to
keep this
certainty.
damn thing moving. I am neglecting my poor little thing.
system.
I was talking about keeping alive, and guess what? It's not staying alive.
Ready.
So,
Air Caste ready for orders.
why am I doing so bad all of a sudden here?
Ethereals wish.
This thing's about to get demolished.
Maneuvering
Yeah, he's focusing on it. And, well, if he wants to focus on that, that's good. Sadly, my bombers are doing crap at the moment.
Serve the Kovatra.
Oh, is that an asteroid field? Oh, I forgot to turn that on. That was a bit huge blunder, too.
Shift to optimal combat speed.
I should have also recharged there. That was...
The Tau
Oh, well, this looks like an easy win, potentially, but I'm going to lose a Dalef as a...
We serve the
potentially as a result. That was also sloppy as hell.
good.
Yeah, I have no excuse for that.
At your orders.
None at all. Especially since I'm about to push this thing away.
Viola.
Tiny bit, but yeah, there's some latency.
Ready.
Well, my latency is actually pretty good here. It just looks ridiculous right now, doesn't it? So, brace for impact, just warp out. We'll let this go. Let him... I want to get experience on this thing, if possible. That's all I care about. I got the renown to avoid actually killing everything. Not exciting. He didn't spread his fleet anyway to try and intercept. And I had a good defensive spot to kind of like... Well, really, I'm so used to dealing with the seeker missiles, I can dodge them without even trying, mostly. But that felt like sloppy control again, damn it. And I have no excuse for it this time. The first match, I noticed a bit of latency there. And I was kind of like... more worried about preserving my protector than anything else. Which almost didn't happen as well due to my negligence, but still. That was a bit of an off day, wasn't it? At the very least, I got that out of the way, and I got what I needed, what I really want out of it, which is level 2 on this thing, as well as way to level 3, so... Now, let's talk about quickly what the hell am I going to do with this thing. I can use this to enhance the brace for impact, making it last longer for certain situations, but kinda... What does that do? Just enhances his armor and reduces accuracy, which is not too terribly bad. But the most reliable way these things can actually kill me is with torpedoes and just straight up ramming me. And none of these, well, the maneuvering thrusters could help me in dodging ram attempts, but efficient thrusters is good for not revealing myself. I can get so much more leeway when I'm able to boost freely without being exposed. So I'm going with that. And everything's practically as upgraded as it can be. Except for the Warden, which unfortunately is never going to get fielded again. Unless the Custodian has, like, several more bays. What is it? Gravitic slings, is it? That allows them to field some Wardens? And maybe then I'll be able to have an idea what I want for it.